Hello, I'm Jeff Siegel. Welcome to SantaAnita.com. Welcome to our Saturday video seminar as we look ahead to all 10 races on a terrific Santa Anita program. Before we get into it, this reminder, tonight is daylight savings time, so be sure to set your clock ahead an hour. So do that. Don't forget, you'll lose an hour. Spring forward. Remember the old saying. So set your clock ahead an hour tonight before you go to sleep. You'll be on time for tomorrow. First race, 5.5 furlong, maiden special weight dash for 3-year-old fillies. Very good fillies in here. Two specifically that I like. Number 3, Home Sweet Aspin, and also number 6, Pink Blanket. I would use both of them in an exacta box and both of them in your rolling exotics. Home Sweet Aspin, a very promising filly, ran well in her debut and got beat by an outstanding prospect. So should be a productive race. She should move forward. She's come back and trained well since that race for Sadler and Rosario, and logically she is the one to beat, Home Sweet Aspin. However, number 6, Pink Blanket, very impressive in her debut, despite the fact that it was a maiden claimer. $75,000 claim, looks like a good one for Doug O'Neill. She didn't break at all. She showed incredible speed to rush up, actually hit the front, opened up, couldn't quite hang on, and was tagged late. But an outstanding performance, one which would have resulted in a win had she left with her field. Now, if she breaks cleanly today, she's going to be very tough to catch, and she's come back and trained well since. 3-1 in the morning line looks good. So number 6, Pink Blanket, major contender. In fact, we put her on top, but we're also going to use the logical number 3, Home Sweet Aspin. So 3, 6 in your exacta box. Preference to number 6, Pink Blanket. Use them both in all of your rolling exotics. Second race, good 6.5 furlong, first level allowance race. Two main contenders here. They are numbers 3 and 4 in your program. Number 3 is Lunada Bay, and number 4 is Kevlar Kid. Use them both in an exacta box. Use them both in your rolling exotics. Lunada Bay is making a comeback today, but training well for Bob Baffert. Looks like he might be fit and ready to fire right off the bench. So use number 3, Lunada Bay. Maybe the one to beat, though, Kevlar Kid, because he has the recent race, and he did run well at the level, earned a good fig in the process, and should improve and even move forward for Carla Gaines and Rafael Bejarano. So he is the one to beat, Kevlar Kid. The comebacking dangerous horse, Lunada Bay. 3-4-4-3, preference to number 4, Kevlar Kid. Use them both in your rolling exotics. Maiden claimers go 5 furlongs in today's third race, $30,000 tag. And a couple of firsters here intrigue me. Number 3, Triple Action, and number 4, make that number 8, Eyesablazin. So number 4 is Triple Action. That's number 4, Triple Action. And number 8, Eyesablazin. And then number 11, Titian, off the also eligible list, who draws in. So we'll make it 4, 8, and 11 in that order. Number 4, Triple Action, a firster from the Julio Canati barn by Vindication. Should have speed, training well. Debuts in a soft spot with Marty Pedroza, who's worked this gelding in the morning, and Triple Action could be much better than his moderate workout times would indicate. I think he is, so look out for him. He's 5-2 in the morning line, number 4, Triple Action. Number 8, Eyesablazin. This is a firster in a Paula Capestro barn, and also this colt, kind of an off-the-wall bred colt, but he's trained like he can run some. Definitely use him and as a stranger danger first-time starter. And then Titian, maybe the best of those that have raced. He's got a recent disappointing run, but 2 runs back he ran well and was claimed that day. Now he drops below the claim level for Doug O'Neill, so a repeat of his race before last with the switch to Rosario makes Titian the best of the known element anyway. So let's go 4, 8, and 11 in that order. Use all 3 in all of your rolling exotics. Fourth race, claiming event for 4-year-olds and up, now winners of 2 going a mile. We'll look at the contention, I think, is the inside. Number 1, Lucky Fitz. Also going to use number 3, Atticus, Pomponius. So if you're playing exactas 1 and 3, Lucky Fitz, blinkers on, inside draw, big class drop from starter 40 down to 12.5. Much easier spot here. Pedroza rides him back for Michael Pender. He should get a good ground-saving trip. And on figs, he's right there. Use number 1, Lucky Fitz. Number 3, Atticus Pomponius, blinkers on. And he's coming out of a fair race. It was his first start since December. He's had kind of a spotty pattern. But I respect Rosario and Ron Ellis, and with the blinkers going back on, and he's warned them in the past, look for Atticus Pomponius to improve enough to be a threat at this level. So let's go 1, 3 in that order with Lucky Fitz over Atticus Pomponius. 1 and 3. Use them both in your rolling exotics. The fifth race is a maiden special weight down the hill. I'm not real keen on the firsters here. I don't think any of the first-timers have shown all that much. So what I'm going to hook onto is the improving number 10 Photoshop as a straight play and rolling exotic single. This is a Mr. Greeley, a 3-year-old colt in the Julio Canati barn. Didn't show much first time out in the dirt. I thought he ran pretty well in his second start. He was part of the pace, pretty hot pace, and was right there until inside the eighth pole. Wasn't beaten all that far. Now this is his third start. The pace scenario looks much softer. If he continues to improve as I expect he will, and with Pedroza riding him back for Julio, I think Photoshop is really going to step forward today. Good outside draw. Again, the pace scenario looks soft. I like number 10, Photoshop, as a single. That's a rolling exotic single and a straight play. 7-2 in the morning line. That's okay. We'll take that. Number 10, Photoshop, in today's 5th race at Santa Anita. The 6th race is the Santa Margarita. A good race. Always a Princess. Number 2 is going to make the lead, and I would think that number 4, Switch, will stalk her. And I think Switch is the better of the two. Now, Switch still has to prove that she is as good at 1 1/8 as she is around one turn and up to 1 1/16. I would not have necessarily said that last year, but I think she's a better type now, and I think she can get the trip. So with a good pace stalking trip, I see her get the best of Always a Princess, and hopefully she can hold off the late charge of St. Trinian's. That's pretty much the blackboard, and although at even money there's no value with Switch, I honestly do think she's going to win. Obviously too short to play as a straight play, but perhaps as a rolling exotic single. I think Switch continues her winning race for Sadler and Rosario. I think she wins the Santa Margarita. 7th race, down the hill, claiming event. These are fillies and mares, and I'm looking at 2 main contenders here. They are numbers 2 and 5 on your program. Number 2 is Rule of Storm. 5 is Bella Roja, so an exacta box here. First off the claim is Rule of Storm for Mike Mitchell. She's in good form. The rail is no bargain, going 6.5, but the switch to Bejarano is a positive. She's got good tactical speed, and she does know how to win races. Let's face it. So let's go with number 2, Rule of Storm, over number 5, Bella Roja. Coming out of some better races. The old route to sprint coupled with the class drop is a very good angle for Craig Lewis. Switching to Rosario, look for her to be storming home late. That's number 5, Bella Roja. So Rule of Storm and Bella Roja, 2-5. Use them both in an exacta box in all of your rolling exotics. 8th race is the San Felipe. Now you can look at this race and see there's tons of speed. Some very, very good 3-year-old colts here. Albergati is fast. Run Flat Out obviously is fast. Awesome Patriot likes to press the issue. Comet at the top. They're not going to rate him. I understand they're going to let him roll out of there. Premium Pegasus, although taking blinkers off, he's got a lot of speed. Obviously bench points coming off a series of sprints. He's undefeated, very good. So it basically sets up for Jaycito. And I would like him anyway, even if it didn't set up. But with all the speed in the race and the way Jaycito has been training for new trainer Bob Baffert, I really think this colt could be a very, very important colt in the Triple Crown, and he gets a first chance to prove it in his first start as a 3-year-old, in his first start for Baffert, and with a pace scenario that is right up his alley. He's 7-2 in the morning line. I love Jaycito to sit back and blow them away. Number 9, Jaycito, top selection, rolling exotic single and straight play in today's San Felipe. That's number 9, Jaycito. The 9th race, allowance race on the grass. Pretty good race here. We're going to use number 2, Andina. Good inside draw for her. She should get a great trip. Also, number 9, Catchy Tune, who is stretching out of a series of very good sprints. I think she'll stretch out very nicely. And number 10, Saratoga Sunshine, who I thought ran really well in her debut. She, too, trying a distance of ground for the first time. Not crazy about the outside post, but this Mitchell-trained mare looks pretty good for Jim Rome and company. So look for Saratoga Sunshine. Hopefully she can avoid losing ground, drop over, get covered up, and blast home. Catchy Tune, the same thing. Coming out of sprint, should be forwardly placed. And Andina with that good inside draw and consistent form. Those are the 3 that I think you can count on to fire in today's 9th race. Again, those numbers are 2, 9, and 10. Any one of the 3 could win. If I had to choose one, maybe Catchy Tune. But again, use all 3 in your rolling exotics. 10th and final claiming event, 4-year-olds and up. Now, what is a 2 in for $25,000? I'm looking at 2 horses here. They are number 8, I should say. That's Lichtenstein, and number 9, Gallatin's Run. Now, look at Gallatin's Run's past performances if you have him handy. He's coming off a very good effort in a first-level allowance race. That same race is carted earlier today. It carries a $56,000 purse. And Gallatin's Run would fit right with those horses. You can see by the form, he just ran extremely well in that spot. But today, he shows up for $25,000. That is the ultimate red flag. Now, it doesn't mean he can't win. It doesn't mean he doesn't have one more left in him, or 2 or 3. I don't know. But obviously, this horse is for sale today, and he is being dangled out there for someone to take him off Mitchell's hands. Whether or not that's going to prevent him from running well and winning today, I don't know. But it is very, very suspicious. And so if you want to use Gallatin's Run, make sure you don't play too much money, because this is a horse that looks really iffy. Now, on the other hand, Lichtenstein looks solid. He is what he is. He's a healthy horse. He fits at the level. First off the claim today, figures to fire. Pedroza knows him well, and I think Lichtenstein is extremely solid. He will run his race. Obviously, if Gallatin's runs his race, he's a better horse, but I'm not really that sure about that horse. 8 and 9, Lichtenstein and Gallatin's run. You can use them both. You can take a bold stand and just toss Gallatin's run if you want to do that. That's fine as well. He certainly does not offer any value at 9 to 5 on the morning line. We'll use them both in our rolling exotics, preference to number 8, Lichtenstein. That wraps up an outstanding 10-race program at Santa Anita. Thanks for joining us here on SantaAnita.com. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.